Hello everyone, my name is Devine, and welcome to Coffee and Connections. Today I'm joined by Officer Devine.
Hi, I'm SRO Mary Devine.
So, we have a couple of questions for you today.
Yes.
So first of all, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I've been pretty busy. Day to day, I'm in 4 schools. Today I made it to the high school and the middle school. Been doing multiple different calls that I've had today, and now I finally get the chance to sit down and speak to you.
Nice.
Yeah. I've already had my lunch. Yeah, so we're good.
All right.
We're good here. How about you?
I'm doing pretty well myself.
You are?
Yeah. Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. So I first became a police officer about 11 years ago somehow. Time flies. I've always wanted to become a police officer. When I was young, my Uncle Tom was a police officer in Massachusetts. I saw him on his graduation day, and I was like, oh my gosh, that needs to be me. He gave me his handcuffs. I was able to put them on him, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to become a police officer. So my whole goal growing up was becoming a police officer. But I also, instead of just love being, what I do here now, I love being outside. I love anything to do with any type of winter sports. I love hiking. I love hiking in the summer, fall, spring, winter, anytime. I have an adorable dog. She's a pit bull. Her name's Callie. She's 6 years old. She's a big meatball. So we like to take her out on hikes also. I love to have fun. I love to go to concerts. I love music. I love all types of different music. Yeah, that's a little bit.
Let's see. Why did you choose to become a school resource officer?
Okay, so before your time, there's another SRO. His name was Pete Llewellyn. And I used to help him out a lot when he needed to teach some classes. So, oh my gosh, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago, I helped him teach the middle school kids, 7th and 8th graders, about cyberbullying, about sexting, things not to do online. That's still something that I try to teach, and I'm hoping to try to teach at every single health class, especially in the middle school, because that's where it starts. So for me, doing that kind of gave me a little bit of background that, I kind of liked coming to the school and talking to the kids, and the administrators liked me being here, and they actually asked me when Pete had retired if I would do it, and I said yes. And here I am. Now this is my second full-time year.
Awesome.
I love it.
Let's see. What do you enjoy most about being a school resource officer?
I would say it's building the relationships with our students here. Yeah, so somebody could be having a pretty bad day where a police presence may be involved, but it usually winds up to be that I actually build a relationship with this person. So it's really neat to see that, someone could be on their worst day and maybe not be, as receptive to a police officer, and then us actually becoming more than that and having a relationship. Yeah, and each day, I'm a human too, so we all have good days or bad days, but, if I have a bad day and I come to school, there's always a line of kids waiting at my door just to say good morning and speak with me and wait to tell me about what they did this past weekend or last night, or, oh my gosh, I have this today, what am I going to do? This is only going to be pizza today. It's just fun. Yeah, I love to build those relationships with kids.
It's awesome. What are some of the roles and responsibilities of being a school resource officer?
Yes, so my day varies every single day. I could say what the most perfect day would be, but it will never be like that. But obviously the safety of staff and students is, why I'm here. Each day I try to, at least if I don't start by being outside when the children start rolling up in the school buses and getting dropped off by their parents, I like to show a presence outside and inside. And I don't really want to show that I do the same thing every single day. So I first have to make sure that the school is secure. So I'll just literally me being present is secure. So they see my cruiser, they see me walking around. That can help deter some type of crime. So I like to do that, but my day varies every single day. I speak to kids about all sorts of things. I mean, we have about 800 students just in the high school. So the high school and tech center. I have 400 students in the middle school. I am supposed to cover the Crescent Lake School and Carpenter School, and that's about like another 400 students. But that's a lot of students. Yeah, and only one of me. So we actually have a part-time school resource officer that's been helping me, specifically help me with the smaller schools to show a police presence in those schools, because I can't get everywhere all the time. When I'm at my desk and I'm typing up a police report, I do have 2 screens that I can look at which show security cameras. So that's a security camera from actually every single school in the school district. Obviously, I focus on our schools, the Wolfeboro schools. So if I'm typing up a report, I see something going on, like actually I did yesterday at a certain location where people were like pushing each other around. So I radioed to a school administrator to go to that location, and I did too, and I gave them like exact description as to what was going on. People come into my office a lot. I love to keep it open, my door open at all times, just so people know that I'm here and they can stop in whenever. So I have students report everything. So anything that I get when I'm out on patrol could happen here in school. So I have students report, thefts, fights, drugs, vaping, sexual assaults, like you name it, bullying, right to my office. And it's even some things that have happened at home or past, and I can tell another like local jurisdiction if it didn't happen in Wolfeboro. So there's a lot. So it's basically everything that happens to a patrol officer out on patrol happens here in our community. So there's a lot to do, Ben.
Yeah, it's a lot to handle. What is the most difficult part of being an SRO, and how do you handle that responsibility?
Right. So I would just say the amount of stuff on my plate. Yeah. And that's why I've had this year just a second person to assist me, because again, with like all those multiple schools just that I'm supposed to handle here in Wolfeboro, just think of all those reports, and it's just one of me. So the hardest part, most difficult part is just the everyday like load. I could say it could be like a little overwhelming at some times. So for me, how do I handle this? It's just by having that second person, so try to take a load off of me from, another school for the day so I can focus on another school. There's a lot of more classes that I would like to teach that I haven't been able to do so yet this year just because of how busy I am.
Yeah.
So.
Could you tell us a little bit about the other school resource officer that has been coming in? And
Yeah. So he's part-time. He is retired full-time through the Wolfeboro Police Department. His name is Jason Boucher. He retired as a corporal, so he's still a corporal. And he's not paid by the district. He's actually paid by the Wolfeboro Police Department, the town of Wolfeboro. He's just here to help me out. Have you seen him yet?
I have seen him.
Yes, he's very nice. I was actually thinking if I should bring him here today, but maybe another day. Yeah, but he's great. He's going to help me a lot with like the security stuff too, and kind of be that presence when I'm also typing up stuff. But it's great that I do have those cameras because I can see it and type at the same time. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
I'm still watching. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to have another officer at a school, just because if you have multiple serious events going on at once, then you're tied up, but then you have another event.
Yes.
And it's just nice to have someone with you when
it
that
is.
happens.
And that happened to us like 2 hours ago at another school. So it's just like actually me, him, and another officer had to respond to the middle school for something. And yeah, I needed them.
Yeah.
But luckily he was already at Crescent Lake School, so he's right there. And so Corporal Jason Boucher is actually in my office, and he's going to answer the radio in case there's a call while I'm speaking with you.
Awesome.
So that's pretty cool. So now I know that the schools are at least, an officer is listening and present, while I speak with you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who can refer matters to school resource officers?
Everybody. And what I like a lot is how the word's been getting out about anonymous reporting. And this is so huge and very important to me. I've even had parents, people from other schools reach out to me a lot about students saying that they want to commit suicide. So they see some things on Snapchat. And I'm so thankful that parents or students or somebody else from another school, takes a picture of what this child has said and sends it to the police department. So if someone has said that to me recently, I got the post, I made sure that that child was all right, and that child was seen by the hospital. So it could be anybody. So that's just one thing. It could be anyone that wants to come and talk to me, student-wise, because I have my door open at all the time. It could be any student, any teacher. It could be somebody else from another district that needs to come and report something to me. So, really anybody.
I think it's cool that school resource officers aren't just there for law enforcement. I think it's also cool that they can also be there for other reasons,
Mm-hmm.
like whether it's someone's like mental health or
Yeah, it's
other stuff
such-
like that.
It's so important. Yeah. And we definitely care about each other and these students here. So we'll do anything for them to make sure that they're okay. And I love that people are actually listening, and if they see somebody in crisis, they are reporting it. So if anybody watching this could take anything from this interview, is if they see somebody's in crisis, either mental health by themselves or a threat to somebody else, a threat to bring harm upon somebody else, please don't show it to your friends. Go tell an adult, and that adult or that person can contact the local police department immediately, and we'll take care of it.
How has this year looked so far?
Very busy. Yeah, very busy, but really good. I'm, again, super excited that I have Corporal Boucher helping me out. I'm hoping to put on some other DUI classes, so driving under the influence. I did that last year in the health classes with Mr. Landry, and that was so much fun. So I put kids through, like, DUI testing. But I really want, to be more involved that way. I have done another class for, like, constitutional law, so I'd like to do that as well. Those are really important. I love getting into classes because it helps build rapport with other students that maybe I won't see at all times. And then, they feel more comfortable in speaking with me and reporting things to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. It's been a great year, just busy.
Yeah. How can a student or parent contact you?
So they can contact me via email. So the same email as everybody else here. It just starts with mdevine, Devine. Or my Wolfeboro Police Department email. So that's just mdevine@wolfeboropolicedepartment.org. They can call me at the Wolfeboro Police Department, 569-1444, or here at the school, Monday through Friday, 7 to 3, 569-2055. Yeah,
Alright.
if they leave me a message, I can always get right back to them.
Are there any other ways of contacting you? So like a student could walk into your office?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's like, the most frequent
Yeah.
way, because it's always open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I have to shut it to get some work done, but then I don't want to miss an opportunity, So it gets a little distracting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I could at least talk about two really special things to me. First is the Special Olympics. So I just went to the Special Olympics conference that was at Waterville Valley last week. And we just talked about how we can raise money for funds for Special Olympics so Special Olympians can do some events for free. One of the events is called the Winnie Dip, and that's going to be, I believe, March 5th or 6th of this year. And it's basically law enforcement that jumps into Lake Winnipesaukee to raise funds for the Special Olympics. So I will have a website to give to you later. If anybody wants to make a donation, it'll be me, our dispatcher, Mia Lyons, another police officer. I don't know how many other officers are going to be doing it, but we do it every single year, and we just ask for donations that go strictly to the Special Olympics to watch us jump into freezing cold water. Yeah, that's one of them. Another special thing is that Christmas is coming, and our police department takes donations for their children's Christmas fund. That's something that's been going on for about 30 years. We get so many donations from the public, which is just so amazing. We're looking for winter hats, gloves, jackets, boots, pants, and then there's a list of gifts, I believe, that's on our Facebook page. And if you have a gift to give to the police department, you can do it at any time of day, any day, and just make sure that the gifts are unwrapped to give to a child in need.
Awesome.
That's also very important to us. And then we deliver them in our cruiser. Super cool. Do you have any other questions, or?
I think that is it. Yeah, that is it on the list.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You're very welcome.